Alex, and welcome to Honiara here on a beautiful day. You can see the scene is set. The sea is beautiful, the weather lovely, and a humidity of 79 today. It's quite hot out here. A beautiful day for football and for everyone that is associated with football in the Pacific.
Well, Raymond, there's a lot of talk about this game. Now we can see the emotions on these players. It is one of the biggest stage of the Pacific Games here in a gold medal final. So there's the pressure here, Raymond.
Oh yeah, looking at the sides, you can look the concentration on this side here. They will want to make history here today. The New Caledonians warming up. They've got the more experienced side in this competition, in this finals here. But Solomons will be wanting to make history. That is the big thing that is here today in Honiara.
Definitely, Raymond. And the talk of the town is a gold medal here for the Solomon Islands will be equivalent to winning the whole Pacific Games here.
It's been like a gold medal for the Pacific Islands. Gold medal for them here. It's a gold medal like in the Olympics or the World Cup for them. Solomons, they have never won the Pacific Games gold medal. A footballing crazy nation here today with the best facilities in this weekend, in the week that we've had for the Pacific Games.
As both teams now make their way onto the field, bonjour to all of the Wantoks in Naumea supporting New Caledonia, and hello to everyone around Solomon Islands watching this live broadcast here. It's a international fixture. Both teams here. Joseph Nawo, the veteran captain for Solomon Islands, and of course equally to him is the number 11 for New Caledonia, Cesar Zola. He is experienced enough to lead this New Caledonia side here, Raymond.
Yeah, it'll be a big day for Joseph Nawo. They've given him the honor of taking the team out today here. The veteran, probably his last Pacific Games, and the large contingent of Solomon Islanders still making their way here into the stadium this morning here. You can see the scenes of our beautiful shots of the roads, people outside, people wanting to make their way. The traffic has been a jam, but the weather has been beautiful and kind to the Solomon people here over the last 2 weeks here, Alex.
Yes, and now we'll be joining both teams for their national anthem, starting with New Caledonia. Games for Solomon Islands. This is definitely an opportunity to get the gold medal at home, but for New Caledonia it's about defending what is known to them as a part of their heritage of winning the gold medal here, Raymond.
Well, they lost the finals against the New Zealand side in the last Pacific Games in 2019, and the under-23 New Zealand side, but they have the best record. They have seven victories to their title, and the officials for this match here, inexperienced Norbert Huata, who's had World Cup experience, the Tahitian, with Tongan and the New Zealand assisting on the lines, with Calvin Berg as the fourth official.
Yes, and looking into both teams as they get some photos down here. Both teams excellent in terms of their records. 5 times they've met. New Caledonia winning 3, Solomon Islands 2 out of the 5 matches. So it's almost an even history here between both sides here.
Well, looking at the Solomon side, they recently in the President's Melanesian Cup, Solomons beat New Caledonia by 1-0. Of course, the other match the New Caledonians beat Papua New Guinea by 3-1. But you got to watch out for their captain, Cesar Seolo, likewise Vincent Vake, Fonzie Renchain, and Morgan Methilion. Between them, they've got an age of 100. And if you take all the age together with the captain, they've got a very, very experienced side here. So, yeah, Solomons will have to rely on the 12th man. That is the supporters that's out here in the grandstands.
Now looking at the lineup for New Caledonia, they haven't changed much compared to their previous game. The number 8 here, Pierre Bako, he's going to be a handy one for the Solomon Islands to look after.
Number 9, Luis Waya, is the top goal scorer in this tournament so far.
And we got a substitution that is top-notch here for New Caledonia.
Yeah.
A very, very good bench lineup here as well.
Number 6, Martin Markham, he came on against Villa. It was very, very good.
And for the Solomon Islands, they are banking it by number 1, Philip Mango. But Joseph Now has been exceptional for me, especially coming on as a substitution. So it's good to see him in the starting 11 now.
And looking at Rafa.
Good player, Rafael, but the substitution here as well. It's good to see Bobby Leslie, who's been very hard-working player, being placed as the substitute. Maybe will be introduced later as the match progresses.
It's unfortunate that Gangame Feni is on the bench, but he will be probably one of those that will be introduced. So a very strong lineup been given by both sides here this morning. By New Caledonia will be to the left of your screen, and the Solomons to the right.
As we wait for the official kickoff, Solomon Islands in yellow and Cook Islands in their famous red strip with grey.
New Caledonia.
Now they're on. Came on. New Caledonia with the possession early in the stage here. Solomon Islands in the middle to Malon. Builds a play from the back. Javin Alec goes back to Philip Mango. Builds it up to Alan Peter. Long one there in search of not the tallest player on the field, John Orobulu, unfortunately losing it out. But collected again. Solomon Islands still building player from the back. Philip Mango to Alan Peter. Tries to find the midfield. Malon here. Managed to do so. Almost loses it out. Joseph Nawa here. Finds Calvin Ohasio. Brings it up past one player and decides to go for a long one here. For a moment I thought it was going to be loose. And very windy conditions here, Raymond, in this first starting of the game here.
Yeah, and the Solomons have opted to play with the breeze here, and that's where you can see the swing coming in from the baseline here, the crosses coming in. But big support here for the Solomon side. It'll be interesting because the Solomon side have come out straight away attacking the New Caledonians, which probably the New Caledonians are not quite used to so far in this tournament that we have seen.
Now New Caledonia on the counter attack, taken back by Solomon Islands, still in New Caledonia's half. A free kick here, called by the experienced referee, the Tahitian. He's in charge here. Look at the fans here. Just 1 minute into the game, they are already hyped up. The atmosphere is electrifying. And so, will we see a match equal to the support that is being presented here? Solomon Islands here. Outside the area, Komasi probably going for a shot here. Still, New Caledonia building up play. Rather, it's Javin Alec, or Joseph Nawa in fact. David Super to Michael Le'alafa. Tries to go past one, couldn't do so. The referee signals for a foul. Any foul here, Raymond, could be dangerous.
Yeah, set plays is a big thing, and you don't give the New Caledonian set play. The Solomons have had a good start here. Mika Leafa, the Auckland City player, also already in the thick of things this morning here. The New Caledonians are still at a bit jittery in this early stage of the 2 minutes of play that has gone here. The Solomons look good.
Michael Elafa to take this free kick. Ball comes in the 18-yard box. Still no forwards for Solomon Islands putting pressure. The reliable Rocky Naikin safely taking the ball easy, and New Caledonia builds up play in the middle part, trying to move the Solomons back into their own area. Not a good pass here, and again Solomon Islands cleared. William Rokud probably thinking of finding his forward, couldn't do so, as New Caledonia again builds up play in the front, deep inside the Solomon Islands half. Going for a long one here, just goes across the front goal of Solomon Islands, and a throw deep inside their own half. The Solomon Islands now have a throw. Calvin Osio will take this one. Javin Alec, not a good clearance here, and fortunately it's a throw for Solomon Islands again. Still deep inside their own half. Builds up play. The New Caledonia probably would like to see Solomon Islands holding the ball in through their own half rather than coming in through their half. Well, Solomon Islands build play. Good touch here by Rafael Leai. Couldn't get to Micah. Rafael Leai and Michael Lealafa, two combinations that New Caledonia definitely needs to watch out for. Oh, an Odysseus clearance there by an attempt actually by Javin Alec. And not a good one here, almost resulted in a very dangerous situation there.
Yeah, definitely the Solomons look a bit shaky in that defense in trying to clear it away here. The New Caledonians now, William Rockard, who's been in the solid in defense. They've got a very solid defense, the New Caledonians. Philip Mango already called to the action here early this morning.
Close opportunity for New Caledonia. Almost get the ball through, but Philip Mango was equally up to it. New Caledonia again to receive the ball from a long one there by Alan Peter. Malo now in the center area, tries to find Micah Lealafa. For a moment I thought that was Rafa Leai, but these players love to switch every now and then. New Caledonia from the back building up, tries to go past three Solomon players. Still good ball work here by the New Caledonians. They are now building play, trying to find their danger man here. Couldn't get onto it. It's the number 9 here, Luis Waya. I think he's going to be a handy one here, Raymond.
Yeah,
Solomon Islands definitely need to watch out.
He's the top goal scorer for the New Caledonians here. He'll be the top marksman here in this game against the Solomons here. If they give him a chance here, that'll spell danger for Solomon. So experience now, Vincent Vake. Midfield also has a very experienced midfield, the New Caledonians.
And now New Caledonia for early shot and bounce here, and an early goal here for New Caledonia. What a goal here! Probably not the fancy goal you would see, but it is a goal and an important one, especially in the early minutes of the game. It's only 6 minutes, approaching the 7th minute mark.
Well, you know, looking at this goal here, they had a free run. You look at the run that came in the shot, and the Solomon defenders were not at all coming anywhere near. David Super should have done better, closer to him here. And you look at that goal that is scored by Luis, and I said to you, the striker increases his lead in the top goal scorer. He was lurking inside. David Super should have been closer to him on goal side rather than not on goal side, and that gave a pretty easy goal because of the lack of concentration in defense. Philip Mango tried, David Super should have been blocking him rather than standing in front of him, and a good goal for Luis. You don't give him chances like this New Caledonian striker.
And definitely I think Cesar Ziola also played an important role in pulling the defense for Solomon Islands in. But again, they build up play here through the captain, finds Bako, goes for a long one here. David Super, not a good clearance by David Super, and New Caledonia again builds up play from the Well, it's the Solomon Islands now capitalizing on the loose ball here. Micah finds John Orobulu, tries to go here, but the goalkeeper for New Caledonia, Rocky Niken, already off his lines in anticipation. Solomon Islands experienced player here, Joseph Nawa. Can he be the one to motivate his team?
Yeah, they'll be looking for him. His speed and experience against the experienced New Caledonian defense.
And interestingly, Joseph Nawa is the only Solomon Islander who has been in the squad that lost to New Caledonia in the Pacific Games.
This is Solomon's top goal scorer, John Orobulu. Equally, he will be wanting to get on the score sheet here today. The two share the lead, but now Luis Waya has taken the lead in the top goal scoring area.
Solomon Islands again winning the ball in the New Caledonia half. Clearance here, long one from New Caledonia defense. And again, Bako, the number 8 for New Caledonia, pressuring Solomon Islands defense.
Yeah, Pierre Bako is a very strong player. We saw in the semi-finals against Vanuatu, he was solid in midfield. Pierre Bako all over the pitch, the number 8 for the New Caledonians. Again, continuing his game here today, being all over the pitch with his captain, Cesar Zeola.
New Caledonia with a throw deep inside the Solomon Islands half. Joseph Nawa collects, keeps the ball in. Long clearance here, not a good one by Calvin. Now they are building outside the 18-yard box. Good ball here for New Caledonia across. A long one here, probably trying to pick a loophole. Oh, shots coming in from New Caledonia, blocked by Solomon Islands. Now they turn through Michael Lealafa, also collecting a foul in the process. And Komasi probably trying to go for a quick start. The New Caledonians, they are leading 1-0.
Yeah, the vice president in the picture is the team leader in the contingent for football.
Full of confidence, this New Caledonian team. As we've mentioned, they got the experience here, something that Solomon Islands is lacking at the moment. But can they bank on players like this man here, Micah Lealafa? Tries to find Rafa Le'ai, managed to do so. He collects the ball, one player to beat, tries to go past him, couldn't do so. New Caledonia now building up play through Waya, who's gonna be very handy for the Solomon Islands defense. New Caledonia in their own half. John Orobulu tries to muscle up with the New Caledonian defender here. Quite tall player here, Bernard Iwa, compared to John Orobulu of Solomon Islands. Very tall player. And also Joseph Nawa fouling, as we see from the replay. The number 19 and 18 battling it out.
Yeah, a bit of rough play by the veteran Joseph Nawa.
Probably lucky not to get booked on that occasion. Now New Caledonia builds play again. A ball into the 18-yard box. Calvin Orsia collects. Looks to find John Orobulu. Probably not gonna be handy when they're trying to go for the high balls here. It's not the tallest player on the park. As New Caledonia through Bernard Iwa. Goes back to Fronji Ranchain. Finds Saint Willepane. Now builds up play is Morgan Mathilon. Now Solomon Islands on the counter-attack. Rafa Le'ai, can he find Michael Lealafa? Yes. One player in front of him in the 18-yard box. John Orobulu left it out. Rafael coming in on the far side, still managed to keep the ball, but probably could have been more clinical there.
Yeah, that was unnecessary by Rafa. They had lost possession. And the referee rightly warning Rafa Lea. Frustrations by the youngster.
One of the uprising stars, not only in Solomon Islands but the Pacific. As Bernard Iwa recovering from that tackle. The fans are still shouting, chanting, cheering. And Solomon Islands definitely needs to get back in this one, especially the confidence with the New Caledonian side is slowly growing here. You can tell.
Well, when you have a goal lead, teams do settle down, and you can see the New Caledonians have settled down well with that early goal. the Solomon side, with some slight sloppy defense, let themselves down here. But once the team scores a goal early, it gives the team chance to settle down, because the nerves would have settled, and giving more time for them to at least play the football that they'd like to play, rather than putting pressure on themselves here. But the pressure now has turned on to the Solomons here. They need to get the goal to get the equalizer in this final.
As they build a play through John Orobolu. Running with him is Michael Eolafa. He couldn't go past one player, and fortunately for Solomon Islands, they have a foul. They have a free kick here, a foul from New Caledonian player on the marksman John Orobolu. Can Solomon Islands find a way back into this game through this set piece? As we look at the replay,
this is what they were doing in the semi-finals. Bernard Ewa, the right-sided defender for New Caledonia, but good refereeing today here by Nobet.
Now, William Kumasi over the ball. Can he deliver a timely ball for one of the forwards, probably? Solomon Islands putting numbers in the box here. From Kumasi, ball comes in. Almost going in, but probably already well estimated by the New Caledonian goalkeeper, Rocky Naikin. Close on there. Still, New Caledonia, with the confidence they have, they will grow in this game more. A goal kick for New Caledonia. Deep inside their own half. Ball into the Solomon Islands half. New Caledonia still with the possession here. Try to find... Interesting, Raymond, you can see the number 8, Pierre Bako, he's everywhere. He's going to be up front, at the back.
Well, he's a midfielder similar to French football. If you look at the French league, their footballers in midfield float. One is a floater in the midfield. They have a shape that they normally play as a semicircle, and you can see Pierre Bako doing the sort of running all over the pitch here as a midfielder that they call a attacking midfielder.
New Caledonia again going for a shot here. Looks like a shot to me, but not quite making it past the Solomon Islands defense. Again they collect here, a shot coming in. Philip Mango saves. Good one.
Again, it's Pierre Bako that gets involved with that shot. A good save by Philip Mango also, to his credit. Pierre Bako, this is the man in the middle that's floating each side, giving that extra depth for Luis Waya.
It's good to see Rafael Leai covering the back post, as we've seen in the earlier game, New Caledonia and Vanuatu. That's where they scored against Vanuatu. So Solomon Islands doing their homework here. A goal here for New Caledonia would probably push them a little bit up there with confidence more.
Incidentally, that's the first corner of this game, and it's gone to New Caledonia. Referee having a word with the captain, Sisa Siola.
Both captains, Nawo and Sisa. New Caledonia, Shane Welepane. Ball comes in, curbs it well. Oh, being saved there by the defender here.
Pierre Bako again at the end of it. The referee had given that it had gone out of play. So yeah, it switched to goal kick rather than the attack continuing. But you can see the involvement of the wind here. That will be a key factor for both the sides here. That it swung away.
And you can tell by the way they are playing the ball, it looks to be influenced with the wind here. John Orobolu tries to contest with the midfielder, the number 7 Morgan Mathelon, who has played an exceptional role for New Caledonia against Vanuatu. He looks to do the same here against Solomon Islands. And the number 9, the danger man here, he's with the ball, still keeping it. Goes to Bako, goes for an early shot, again blocked by his own player. New Caledonia building around the 18-yard box, hunting for an opportunity to capitalize on. But it's the Solomon Islands now with the breakaway from their own goal area through David Supa. Runs it up to the halfway line, probably too much on that, could have passed it in.
Yeah, wasted possession. Should have given the ball away earlier. Super.
As New Caledonia again building from the back. Fonzie run chain rather. Again, more settled here. You can tell by the way they move the ball. Morgan Mathalon finds Bako on the far side. We're near to us, the broadcasting corner here. The captain back to Bako. Still keeps it in play. Calvin Oasia now tries to defend. And a corner kick. Second one for New Caledonia.
Yeah, Calvin Oasio giving away cheap corner kicks, and that's dangerous because that gives New Caledonia another opportunity. This is their second corner kick in this game for the New Caledonians, and they have found the Solomons a bit shaky in defense. And against this man here, Pierre Bako, he's been sensational in the semi-finals and now continues that form here.
The ball comes in, a good jump from the...
You look at the number of Solomons that were in the box, Alex, and the corner kick coming. New Caledonians had only 2 or 3, but the New Caledonians got to the ball first, as we have the first of the water breaks here. But this is a concerning area for the Solomon defense. None are coming to meet the ball. You've got to have a man-to-man marking. They're standing still, watching, and the New Caledonians getting ahead. And that can be dangerous for the Solomons here.
Well, for a moment, we thought that was going in, especially with the number of Solomon Island defense around. That is definitely poor defending there by the Solomon Island side. This is a water break that will enable the coaches to perhaps give the most important instructions here after 19 minutes of play. Now we
this
see
is
them.
the first. We'll have another one at the 30th minute. So because of the humidity and the heat here, under FIFA rules, you got to give the break to the players here. So these minutes will all add in towards the end of each of the half. That's why you'll have added time with the injury time. But certainly very, very hot here this morning. Filled with a lot of activities today here in Honiara. But this is the big one where everyone's gone silent and waiting for the outcome of this game. At the moment, it's the New Caledonians that have the upper hand going in after the first break.
And obviously we're surrounded by seas of supporters. Quite noisy. Could be confusing for the players themselves. As we look, some of the supporters here for Solomon Islands. Now, can Solomon Islands get back on the score here? They are trailing 1 goal down. New Caledonia with confidence. And Solomon Islands to start from the back. Alan Peter finds Philip Mango way back in his own goal. Goes to Javin Alec. Javin to Calvin Ohorsio. Unnecessary losing of the ball there. Now, good save here by Philip Mango. The defense wasn't marking the player here, Raymond. They could have been caught off guard again here.
We have seen in this tournament so far, playing from the back, throwing around in the back, you can get punished. And again, that a great save by Philip Mango, but they were pushing it about at the back, and that's what New Caledonia was waiting to lurk in the mistakes of the Solomons.
Now, Solomon Islands defending here. It's New Caledonia who's with the confidence so far, building up play, but it's Solomon Islands now. They got the possession. Can they continue building on? Build up play from the back to Joseph Nawo. Goes back to Calvin. Inside his own half, finds Javin Alec just outside the 18-yard box. Calls for Alan Peter to step up. Over to David Super, beats one player, couldn't go past the other, wins a throw just on the halfway mark. Solomon Islands need to move the ball further if they are to get back into this. David Super to get the throw in just inside the New Caledonian half. Finds John Orobulu, decides to turn, goes past 2 players in the process. Probably just too much weight on the ball. Rafaela was expecting it. But these are the opportunities where Solomon Islands need to capitalize on if they are to find a way to get the equalizer here. John Orabuli to put pressure on this one. New Caledonia goalkeeper Rocky Naikin knows that his side is leading and probably needs to get the game more settled for them.
Yeah, the New Caledonians have a history of having good goalkeepers, and of course their president Gilles Tavares was a goalkeeper that played for so long, a 6-foot plus goalkeeper. Now he's the president of the New Caledonian side. They have a lot of good goalkeepers coming through.
David Super again, one of those long balls there. Quite dangerous. Could have just picked out Alan Peter there. Now New Caledonia on the counter-attack in deep inside Solomon Islands half. The danger man himself, Bako, beats Malon here. A long one here, tries to find the captain again. He's with the ball now. Two captains against each other. Space there, a shot coming in. Calvin Orsi of Solomon Islands to be thanked here for them. He's the one who's standing. And now New Caledonia again builds up play inside the Solomon Islands half. They looked more organized now. Solomon looks to press through. Michael Elafa couldn't do so. Still building up the New Caledonian side. Growing in confidence every time they put the ball around.
The Solomons are not putting pressure, and that's allowing the New Caledonians to push the ball. They need to press closer to the New Caledonians, and every time they have the touch, they have a move that is to be set up to go into the Solomons territory. So they need to press closer to the New Caledonians, the Solomon side.
And that's what's been happening opposite. That's what New Caledonia has been doing well, and they've been winning ball out from the Solomon Islands. And this man on the screen, as we see from the replay, probably that extra.
Yeah, Malon bringing down New Caledonian player. Malon needs to get involved a bit more in this game. He needs to have that fluidity of flowing from the midfield to William Komasi. So that's where they're going to counter it. So they need to press closer.
Ball comes in here. Philip Mango again, timely save. Now he sets Rafa here, but equally contesting as the New Caledonian defender. They definitely did their homework on Rafa Le'ai. They know he's very quick off his takeoff. And good defending there by New Caledonia for the Solomon Islands. Build up play in the middle to Michael Le'alafa. Turns, checks, and decides to go for David Super. David Super again finds Rafa Le'ai. Places it back in the middle. Malon probably to further up the pack as New Caledonia threw their captain in the center circle. Finds Bako here. Rather, it's the number 9. Waya. Almost similar build like Bako. Bako's on the far side. Now New Caledonia, can they do something out of this? John Orabuli of Solomon Islands tried to put pressure here. Javin Alec collects the ball well outside the 18-yard box. Goes back to Philip Mango. Mango to Alan Peter. To William Komasi. Haven't seen him for a few minutes here. He's back on the ball. And again, not a good ball here by the Solomon Islands side. Missed passes here. And New Caledonia through the center circle. Their captain intercepted well, and unfortunately a foul has been called. Not to the liking of the supporters here. And also a caution, yellow card has been given to William Komasi. Raymond, the captain for New Caledonia, he's been at the heart of every attack here. The number 11.
William Komasi, now when, as I told you that, his studs came out first. If you see him lifting his football boots, and that's why the yellow card. William's passes have been, but as I was saying, that they need to pressure them coming closer to tighten that. And you can see after Solomons were trying to do that, the New Caledonians were not able to push. It's unfortunate for that free kick that's given away, but picking up play a bit more the Solomon side.
And that's the experienced referee here, Manisi Nobet Hawata of Tahiti. That it all, the biggest grand stage. And good for the Pacific region to have such a referee here. Well, he looks after today's game. And New Caledonia again builds attack. The Bako here with the ball for New Caledonia, and unfortunately fumbles the ball on the throw deep inside their own half, the Solomon Islands. Flick over here by Micah Lealafa, couldn't get to Joseph, but still collects the throw. John Orobulu now tries to find space behind the defense here. Maybe too much weight on it, and the goalkeeper, Rocky Naiken, will safely start things again for New Caledonia. He's like the reset button here for New Caledonia. Whenever he gets the ball, they all start back. And long one here, Solomon Islands collect through Malon, finds Komasi, goes to Joseph Nawo, finds Micah, not a good one here by Micah, and the referee have seen it as a foul. Solomon Islands got a free kick here. Good atmosphere here, Raymond. The crowd buzzing.
Oh, they're loving it here. They're wanting a Solomon's goal. Can you imagine if Solomons do get a goal here? It'll erupt here at the National Stadium in Honiara. And Solomons this morning here, a morning gold medal playoff between New Caledonia and the Solomons side. New Caledonia holding that lead as we head towards the next break that's coming on the 30th minute.
Solomon Islands through Javin Ali. Finds Joseph Nawo. Brings it up, tries to go to Rafael Leai in the box here, tries to go past one, managed to 10, he's still going, still fumbling, and been brought down, and the referee decides it's still play on, fair tackle. The New Caledonia contesting for a handball, but the referee, here's the turn, tried to turn around, a case to argue here for the New Caledonian players.
Yeah, he went for the ball first, so he got the foot to the ball.
Micah swings it in. Again, New Caledonia build up play, but again, Solomon Islands managed to get back into this action here. Alan Peter a little slow on that one, almost caught off guard here by Waya. Javin Ali checks, goes back to Philip Mango. Philip Mango finds Alan Peter on the far side. Back to Mango. Solomon Islands building from the back to Javin Alec. Backer of New Caledonia is not pleased with his teammates. Probably thought they should have supported him. Not a good ball here by Javin. Probably decided to go for a pass here rather than a long one, but he wins the ball. The central defender tries to find Joseph Nawo, and not a good ball by him. Joseph Nawo was already off his mark. And again, Solomon Islands missed passes up in the front, Raymond.
Yeah, the missed passes today is eluding them in their chance to attack here. But you can see here that once the New Caledonians lose possession, they come back into a certain position, if you look properly. So they have got that to fall back. Let's see what the Solomons can do here now.
And again, they lose the ball here. Solomon Islands have few of these promising attacks, but they keep on losing the ball. As to New Caledonia, take no credit. Their defense has been the standout for me. They've been keeping Rafael Leai and the likes of John Orobule at bay, with the Vincent Vaiki, the experience.
Well, they quickly come into shape. So their shape of their positioning, then you can see as soon as they lose possession, you'll see them come into shape. So there's always a support player for the defenders, for the midfielders to follow through. The strikers are left loose like just now.
New Caledonia training Solomon Islands defense here. Good clearance here by Komasi, and timely clearance here. It's a good chance again. Always when they are attacking, the New Caledonia look very dangerous here. And this man here on the screen.
Yeah, Pia Wajoka, a former player. The assistant coach for the New Caledonian side.
Now they have another corner kick here.
The famous Haini club in New Caledonia.
A corner kick for New Caledonia. A goal here for New Caledonia could put things much tougher for Solomon Islands. And Philip Mango comes up, and still no one from Solomon Islands to clear the ball here. Big concern here indeed. And another corner for New Caledonia.
That's a fourth corner for New Caledonia in this first half here today. So you can see the attacking formation for the New Caledonians look good. This is their fourth corner.
Pressure on Solomon Islands. Captain for New Caledonia, Cesar Zola, goes for a long one here, challenging his Bako. And New Caledonia just outside the 18-yard box. Probably going for a shot here, not a good one. And pressure has been relieved for Solomon Islands.
It's a water break.
So far, Raymond, your thoughts on the game?
Well, we've seen the New Caledonians after that goal that I told you earlier on, that once you score a goal, you settle. Every time they lose possession, they come back into a shape. So every time each player has an assignment to do for the New Caledonians, the instructions that's been given to them. The only player that's got the free will to move is their number 8, PM Bako. He's all over the pitch here. But the Solomon side, if you look so far in this 30 minutes, they made a lot of mistakes. The final crucial parts of the passes that we saw them play against the Fiji side on that semi-finals, they're not happening here. It's just the final decisions by the Solomon side. Again, in defense, they look a bit shaky, not confident enough, and towing around in the back can spell danger. But the midfield needs to up their game. Malon and William Komasi need to up their game here. They need to get involved more and all around in the pitch here. And Mika Leafa, we know of him. He's similar to Pio Bako of New Caledonia. He can move to the right, can move to the left. He hasn't been doing much of that, Mika Leafa.
Yes, Raymond, and I believe the New Caledonian side, they have the experience to managing game. Just like we've seen against Vanuatu, they were only one goal. They kept it, they kept grinding. So it will be definitely a tough challenge for the Solomon Islands side. A very side that has a lot of potential in attack. Can they show it in defense as well, and keeping the score here, and most likely trying to get back on equal terms with the New Caledonian side.
New Caledonia going for 8th title, Solomon yet to get one. That's the difference in this match here. Solomons need to be more hungry.
Now they build up play to Calvin. Again, lose the ball. Luckily, it's a throw for them. Solomon Islands inside their own half. The man here, Caesar, has been on form of late. He's been the heart of New Caledonian attack. But can Solomon Islands get back into this game? David Super. Urgency is probably the word to use here. Solomon Islands need to find that urgency with accurate passes here. Alan Peter from the back finds David Super on the wing. Goes to William Komasi. Brings the ball up to Malon. Loses it out to New Caledonia midfielder Morgan Mathalon. Now New Caledonia through the center circle. Turns and decides to go back. Comes out to the captain Caesar. Tries to beat Calvin. Managed to do so with ease. Good defense here by a player known for his attack pros. Michael Ella for running past two players here. Tries to find Malon. Yes, managed to do so. Malon finds Rafael Leai. Tries to go to Michael. Again to Rafael Leai. Cuts in past two players. Looks to go for a through ball here. But again, Joses Nawo and John Orobulu probably lacking communication in this instance. And referee has signaled for medical attention on one of the New Caledonian players. That's the man in charge here, and full of experience, having been in similar levels as such, even higher. Having been in similar levels as such, even higher, I would say.
Rafa putting a bit too much pressure. You remember the wind here, the youngster. And when you look, it came out to this side. No one pressured goalkeeper Ricky Wenee.
It will be interesting to see how Solomon Islands capitalize on this moment here. They have momentum building with them at the moment. We can see through the runs that Micah did, and in terms of the individual players that they have, they definitely have the quality there, but can they do it as a team in front of the goal?
Yeah, it's unfortunate Maya Kulue Oya going off. The left-sided midfielder probably will be back, needing a bit of attention. The doctors from New Caledonia having a look at him.
Supporters here, fully coloured with Solomon colours, enjoying the match, even though the sun is quite hot and humid. But again, it's a day for football. The 2023 Pacific Games have definitely lived up to its expectation in terms of competition. Speaking of competition, here's one who's very competitive, John Orobulu of Solomon Islands. New Caledonia again with a long one here. Solomon Islands haven't taken this into clearance. They build up play again. Wire to the captain. Justice Nawa tries to challenge for the ball, managed to do so. Again, Micah not clearly taking the ball here. And Justice Nawa been taken down here by the New Caledonian defender. I think it was Bernard Iwa. No, it's actually Shane Willepen. And there's the substitution. Katrawa Zil being brought on for the injured Makalu Zawi. Unfortunate for him, Raymond. He's a good player, but injury.
Well, they got an equally good player that has come on, John Katrawa. We saw him come on against Vanuatu the other day in the semi-finals.
Referee decides to call back the throw. David Super probably moved too much further up from where the throw originated from.
Still nothing much between the two sides in this game here, Alex. It's just a single goal that separates them. And Solomons, if they get their coordinations right, they can get back into this game. But they need to make use of the set plays that they've got. They've got more set plays in front of the New Caledonian goal mouth, but they need to execute it. And a yellow card here given to Shene Welapene.
Yeah, that's a harsh foul on Rafael on that occasion. And he's just done a foul over this end, and he goes on the other end and he commits another one. So the man in charge, Norbert Hawata, decides that's a yellow card. We're yet to see the climax of this game, Raymond, with the capacity and potential of these players. Will we see it from this part of the game? A goal here would definitely send the fans.
They've been urged on by the fans.
Micah Lealafa. That's the ball in, and a volleyball save there by the goalkeeper for New Caledonia. Justice Nawa decides to just get the ball back into the 18-yard box. Tries and go for a header here. Couldn't win it. Still, they got a throw deep inside the New Caledonian half. Calvin Ohasio.
That was good goalkeeping, because if he held on to it, would have slipped out of his hands. The breeze, the spin. Good play by Rocky, making it look like a volleyball save.
And Solomon Islands build up play from the back. Alan Pita to Javin Alec. Finds Calvin Ohasio. New Caledonia slowly pressing in. Not a good ball by Calvin. Now New Caledonians on attack. 3 against 4 Solomon Islands. They got numbers here. Tries to find their newly substitute. His fastest player, the number 17, Jean Zakiu Katrawa. But again, Solomon Islands defense, not a good pass there. Should have done better from this man here. Builds up play, long one. Tries to find John Orobuli and Rafael. Couldn't do so. Malone again flicks it over. John Orobulu with the speed. He tries to collect the ball. Defended well by New Caledonia. And Solomon Islands have a throw deep inside the New Caledonian half.
Very experienced defenders, Fonzie Runchain.
Solomon Islands from the back. Alan Pita finds Michael Elafa. Goes for the first time ball in here. Good defending by New Caledonia inside their own half. And then this man here, can he create something here? The number 8 for New Caledonia, taken back by Justice Nawa. Finds John Orobuli, tries to save it up for Rafa Leai. Couldn't do so. New Caledonia again builds play from the back. They are looking more settled after a few moments of attack by Solomon Islands. Now they have an attack moment themselves, but again, Solomon Islands now through Komasi. Tries to find Leia, goes to John Orobulu. He goes to one player, and he goes for a shot! Beautiful goal, beautiful finish. Chico by the number 13.
They're calling for an offside. They've all gone to crowd the assistant referee.
Look at the spectators.
We gotta wait.
The assistant referee wants to talk to the man in charge. Here we go with the replay.
This was a through ball, touched on.
I think he might still be onside here.
No, that wasn't offside. That wasn't. He ran behind. He wasn't. That was a goal. That wasn't offside. So Don Arabulu equals Luis Weafa. And Arabulu's goal equalizes them. And was a good goal because it was, if it was given as an offside, it wasn't. John Arabulu ran from in front of that, then he went across. But a great goal for the Solomon Islands. This is what they were supposed to be doing, releasing it perfectly. And this is what they were supposed to be doing, releasing it perfectly and accurately. And John Arabulu punishing the defenders. And if you will see that in our highlights later on at the end of this first half, he was never offside.
A good ball indeed from the midfielder William Komasi. But again, New Caledonia and Solomon Islands, they're all equal terms now. It's about getting back into the leading board here for both teams. And you can hear the chant around, Raymond. The fans here are trying to drive the home
to
team.
The 45th minute here, we'll see the added time that will be added on to this here.
New Caledonia now with another opportunity to maybe cancel this equal turn here.
As they would say here in Solomon, the Solomon side needs to steady the defense.
That's the word, Raymond. That's the word. And
they need to steady.
And now
they always tell me steady, Raymond. So Solomons now need to steady their defense.
And the defense line here, beat by Jevin Alec, has been asked to step up. Will they try to get an offside here? New Caledonia goes for the short one. Refalea wins the ball well. Good tackle. Sets up play. Decides to go long. It's Michael Lealafa here. John Orobulu here. He looks to play. Tries to go past one. Probably should have seen Joseph Nawo. But I think the referee has called for a foul.
The referee pulling play back again. He allowed the advantage. Good call by the referee, Nobut Huata from Tahiti. He allowed the advantage, and then when it did eventuate, he pulls it back. Good call by the referee.
A man of such experience, we expect him to perform at such level. Definitely did it. But for a moment, I thought John Orobulu could have played Joseph Nawo in. And yet, look at the fans here in spectacular colors. The dominant yellow of Solomon Islands shining in between. Michael Lealafa. Fake shot beats one player in the middle part. Probably too much from Micah here. New Caledonia tries to go for their attack here. Alan Peter, not a good header by him, but luckily taking it safely by the experienced Philip Mango of Solomon Islands. Goes for a long one here. Tries to put the defense in pressure. And definitely that was a good ball by Philip Mango in terms of pressure. They are building Solomon Islands deep inside the New Caledonian half. John Orobulu tries to turn, decides to go to Komasi, finds Micah, early ball to Joseph Nawo, inside the 18-yard box, checks, goes for Rafael, probably a little bit too much weight on that pass. And good defense by New Caledonia, holding on.
Well, the Solomons look good when they build up, and this is what he said. the less mistakes they make, the passes to get together. We've got 8 minutes of added time in the second half, the first spell. Yeah, if they get their passes together and keep it simple, Solomons are dangerous, and we saw that occasion. Joseph Snawo to Rafa could have created another goal-scoring opportunity.
New Caledonia again, with additional minutes of 8 minutes still on. One of these teams might have a chance here. John Orobulu again, the goalkeeper equally up to it. Rocky Naikin builds play from the back. Fonji Ranchain looks to find Shane Welepan. Goes back to Morgan Mathalon. New Caledonia trying to get the momentum back here because it's the Solomon Islands who have been exceptional so far in the last 5 minutes or so. But can they get back onto the scoreboard here? This could tilt the whole balance of the game so far. New Caledonia building up play through the newly introduced Jinjaki Katrawa. Back in the area, they're still in the Solomon Islands half. Builds up play is Fronji Ranchain to the much taller Vincent Vaki. Back to Fonji. Oh, good ball here to Morgan Mathalon. He waits for his player to move in. Ball comes in, a challenge here by New Caledonia. They are dangerous inside the 18-yard box. Turns the defense well. Captain checks, oh, and a mistake by himself. Solomon Islands now building play, counter-attack. Malon to Rafael Leai, not a good one here. Not a good ball by Malon, and he knows really well. His body language tells the story, Raymond. Again, Solomon Islands, not a good clearance here by Alan Peter. Probably the win has to play in this instant. They are on the counter-attack to Rafael Leai. A clearance there by New Caledonia. That's the danger man here. Rafa Leai played in Bosnia and has been one of the major talks of Solomon Islanders. Can he be the one leading the team into its first gold medal at the 2023 Pacific Games? We are yet to see if he can live up to it. But New Caledonian defense so far has been solid. They tried to keep the ball well.
But when you look at the Solomons, if they do try, they can break the strong defense of the New Caledonians. Their crisp 1-2 passing is making it difficult for the New Caledonians here. But Solomons are not doing that very often up there. Mika Leafa up front with Rafa and Joseph Snawo. That up front, that they need to do those short passes together and combining with the midfielders. That will make it difficult. And we saw that Solomons can do it.
Now New Caledonia outside the 18-yard box. Builds up play, checks, going for a shot here. And a great goal indeed.
Yeah,
wow. That's just caught Philip Mango off guarded. And probably a lot of concerns here for Solomon Islands defense. Philip Mango. And speaking of a moment,
we'll have a look at it. I think it was a pretty easy goal by PM Bako.
No one was expecting a shot from that area to go in.
I thought that shot came in. Philip would save it.
And again, we're back on how.
This is where they set it up. And Philip should have done better.
Should have done better.
Philip, two mistakes by him. He was off his line. Two mistakes by him, and he should have done better.
Solomon Islands again chasing game, and New Caledonia probably will have the boost that they needed here. Almost at the end of the 8 additional minutes.
So yeah, 2-1 now here. Solomon's got another mountain to climb here, heading towards the end of this first spell. And with those
long ball into the box here, Rafael didn't decide to follow it, and New Caledonia definitely a time to score, Raymond, especially heading into a half-time. Good goal from New
Yeah, it
Caledonia.
is a good for New Caledonia, but I felt that, mistakes by Solomons here may prove costly later on. But let's see what the next 45 minutes will have for the Solomon Islands. They have to play into the breeze, but they need to cut out their mistakes. Mistakes in this level, at this in the final, is not accepted, especially the home team. A lot is expected of them here today to try and create history. But let's see, they can set it out in the half-time mark. What works that come as Joseph now.
And a good ball here for Solomon Islands. Joseph now just let that run over and decides to guide it at the last minute, put pressure, and then wins a corner.
That's the first corner for Solomons in this game here.
Probably the last action before we head for the half-time break. Michael Lealafa and Rafael Leai both going towards this corner. Can Solomon Islands get back on the scoreboard here? A goal for them would definitely put them on a much better standing. Ball comes in and over and out. Referee still decides, well, he had the whistle, looking at his watch. And there you are, the first half gone. New Caledonia leading 2-1, Solomon Islands trailing. Intense first half action. We'll have some patches of the game that looked a little bit slow compared to what these teams are capable of, but then the goal from Solomon Islands picked up pace again, and just when everyone was thinking Solomon had the momentum, New Caledonia.
So it's half-time here. New Caledonia 2, Solomons 1. And yeah, it has been a first half here. Mistakes that have been costly for the Solomons side here. The New Caledonians capitalizing on them. They've got the experience, and as they say in football, you never let an experienced side settle down. They never gave up. They continued trying, but mistakes this half here, if you look at the mistakes by the Solomon side, that's higher than the New Caledonians here, and that's costly here in this level of football in the finals here. Big New Caledonian support here, of course a bigger support by the Solomons here this day here. But so far the New Caledonians with that lead, Solomon still can come back in the second half here, but they've got a big mountain to climb. Let's look at what the first half had unfolded for us.